Hello, everyone. Welcome to the English Hub. I'm David, and today, well, I'm 1 year older soon. Yes, my birthday is coming, so if you want to send me gifts, preferably chocolate, cash, or a new iPhone, you're very welcome.
Oh, David, stop begging for presents already. Hi, everyone. I'm Jessica, or Jess if you like it short. And yes, it's true, David's birthday is coming. I already helped him clean his apartment, and trust me, listeners, that was the real party.
Hey, cleaning is important. Besides, I had to impress my guests. If they saw my socks on the kitchen table, they might never come back.
Don't worry, David, I hid them. Anyway, dear listeners, before we begin, let us set the mood. This isn't a school lesson. You don't need a notebook or pen.
Exactly. Just grab a cup of coffee or tea, get comfortable, relax.
Or you can listen to us while cooking, driving, cleaning your own apartment, or even before going to bed.
Yes, but warning, if you fall asleep while listening to us, we take no responsibility for dreams about smartphones chasing you.
Oh, that's scary. But speaking of smartphones, that's exactly today's topic, our smartphones and their impact on our lives.
A huge topic, right? These little devices control our work, our free time, and sometimes even our love life.
And don't forget, they also remind David of his birthday because without his phone, he would forget his own age.
Oh yeah, that is absolutely true. Like I did a few years ago, totally forgot it. Okay, Jess, let's start with something personal. I think it's fun to tell our listeners, what was your first smartphone?
Oh, wow. My first smartphone? It wasn't very smart, actually. It was a little black thing with a tiny screen, and I remember trying to open WhatsApp, and it crashed immediately. I was like, this is supposed to be smart?
I remember my first smartphone. It was a big, heavy brick. I could have used it as a hammer if I needed. And the battery, oh, Jess, the battery lasted maybe 3 hours if I was lucky.
3 hours? That's like a coffee break.
Exactly. And the worst part, I thought I was cool because I had a touch screen, but it was so slow. I had time to make a sandwich while it loaded a photo.
I can totally imagine that. My first smartphone was similar. I thought it would make me super organized, but instead, I just accidentally sent my mom 3 I love you messages in a row.
That's so cute. I once tried to take a selfie, but the camera didn't work, so I sent a picture of my ceiling to my friend instead. And you know what? They said, "Wow, David, very artistic."
That's hilarious. See, this is exactly how smartphones started shaping our lives. Even our first experiences were funny, awkward, and sometimes confusing.
Absolutely. And here's the thing. After we got these first phones, we slowly started becoming addicted. I mean, remember when we were kids, we played outside, ran, rode bikes, and now, if someone loses their phone for 5 minutes, they panic.
Oh, yes. My students sometimes scream like I've taken their hearts if they can't find their phones.
Right. And honestly, I have a confession. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is check my phone. And by check, I mean scroll Instagram for how long? 5 minutes? 10 minutes?
That's nothing. I wake up, grab my phone, and I'm already reading news I don't even care about. By the time I finish, I feel like I've lived someone else's life.
True. And that's the reality. Smartphones are part of us now. We can't imagine life without them, even though sometimes they drive us crazy.
Yes, exactly. But also, they connect us. I mean, I talk to my friends, my family, my students, all thanks to my phone.
True. So maybe our first smartphones were slow, awkward, and funny, but they opened the door to a new world.
And now we're stuck in it.
Stuck, yes, but in a fun way.
So, listeners, think about your first smartphone. Was it helpful, funny, annoying, or maybe all three?
And if you're brave, share your story with us. We love to hear how our listeners survived their first smartphones. You know, Jess, let's go back a little. Do you remember when smartphones weren't even a thing?
Oh, yes. I remember carrying around my regular phone, the one that only called and texted. And if I wanted the internet, I had to use my computer.
Exactly. I mean, my first phone was basically a mini calculator with feelings. It couldn't do much, but I loved it.
And then, boom, smartphones appeared, and suddenly we could do everything on one little device. I mean, we went from I can call my friend to I can text, call, video chat, check the news, watch movies, play music, order food, learn languages, and even date someone, all in one app.
All in one tiny rectangle. And it's funny because at first people were like, why would I need a phone that does everything? And now we can't live without it.
Exactly. It's like the evolution of humans, but faster. First we walked, then we ran, now we scroll.
That's right. And remember those early smartphones with the little buttons? We had to press them so hard sometimes. I swear I thought my fingers would fall off.
Or the tiny screens. I couldn't even see a whole sentence without squinting. And now our phones are like mini TVs in our hands.
Yes, and the apps. Oh, the apps. I remember the first time I downloaded an app, it was a simple game, but suddenly I was like, wow, I can play a game while waiting for my coffee. And now we have apps for literally everything: meditation, exercise, banking, shopping, even apps to remind us to drink water.
Oh, yes. Drink water or die notifications. My phone nags me like a tiny, very annoying parent.
And now smartphones aren't just phones, they're cameras, TVs, radios, wallets, diaries, and sometimes even therapists.
That's true. I mean, my phone keeps track of my steps, reminds me to sleep, tells me the weather, and sometimes judges me for not walking enough.
Yes, and it's crazy. Smartphones have changed the way we live, work, and even think. We check information instantly. We take photos and share them immediately. We don't need maps anymore. We have GPS.
And we don't need alarm clocks either. Our phones scream at us in the morning, whether we like it or not.
And let's not forget emojis. They've totally changed language. I can say, I'm fine with a sad face emoji, and suddenly it's a whole story.
True. So, in a few years, smartphones went from being a luxury gadget to something we literally can't live without. They changed our culture, our habits, even the way we talk.
And honestly, I think the funniest part is we all complain about them. My phone is too slow. My battery dies. I have too many notifications. But if it disappeared tomorrow, oh, chaos, absolute chaos.
That's right. Our lives would be, well, offline, and no one wants that.
That's right. So, listeners, next time you scroll on your phone, remember, it's not just a gadget. It's a tiny supercomputer that came into your pocket and changed your life, sometimes for better, sometimes for, well, more scrolling.
And it all started with those tiny bricks we called phones, slowly evolving into the powerful devices we carry today.
Yes, evolution, but faster than a cheetah on espresso.
Perfect way to put it, David. Okay, I think our listeners are getting a little nostalgic about their first phones now.
Definitely. And later, we'll talk about how these little devices impact our work, health, and even relationships. But for now, just enjoy the memory of that first smartphone you couldn't live without. And now, let's talk about something very serious. Very serious indeed. How often do you check your phone every day?
Oh, David, I'm not sure I want to admit it, but probably too many times.
Too many? Try every 5 minutes. Honestly, I think my phone has developed separation anxiety for me.
Same. Sometimes I catch myself picking it up just to check the time, and I already know it.
Yes, and don't even get me started on notifications. Every beep, buzz, or ding, I jump like a cat.
Oh, me too. My students are used to it. If I even glance at my phone during class, they say, "Professor, is it urgent? Did Elon Musk text you?"
Perfect example. And you know the funny thing? We don't even realize how much we rely on them. I mean, I check emails, social media, messages, weather, maps, my step count. I even check my phone to see if I should check my phone.
That's very meta, David. I do the same. And sometimes I pick it up just to scroll social media. 5 minutes later, 2 hours gone.
Exactly. And here's the worst part. Even when I'm with friends, I see them check their phones. It's like, hey, remember me? The person sitting in front of you?
True. And it's everywhere. Restaurants, cafes, buses, people scrolling while walking. I even saw someone bump into a pole because they were texting.
Oh, yes. And don't forget the phone while driving experts. Somehow we think we can text, drive, and live simultaneously. Spoiler alert, we can't.
Safety first, friends. But honestly, smartphones are part of our routine now. I wake up, my phone buzzes. I go to sleep, my phone buzzes. Even in the shower, I feel like maybe I should check my phone.
You don't check your phone in the shower, right?
Only sometimes. Okay, kidding. But imagine a world where we didn't have phones glued to our hands. What would we do?
We'd talk to each other in person, like crazy people.
Exactly. And maybe read a book or go outside or think.
Thinking is overrated. Scrolling is much more fun.
But here's the truth. Smartphones make our lives easier, faster, and, yes, sometimes a little addictive.
Definitely. I even caught myself checking my phone in my sleep. I woke up, reached for it, and realized I was dreaming about notifications.
That's peak smartphone dependence. But it's okay, listeners. Just be aware. Don't let your phone control you, even if it's secretly judging you for your step count, social media likes, and the memes you didn't reply to.
Exactly. So next time you pick up your phone, ask yourself, do I really need this right now, or am I just bored?
Or ask yourself, can I survive 5 minutes without checking Instagram?
That's the real challenge of modern life, my friends. But don't worry, we'll explore more about how smartphones impact our work, relationships, and even health later in the episode.
Yes. So for now, maybe take a small break from your phone. Or not. We're not your parents.
Exactly. Relax, enjoy, and keep listening. Now we come to something very close to my heart. Texting, chatting, messaging. Basically, communication.
Oh, yes. Remember the days when we had to actually call someone to talk? And if they didn't pick up, panic!
Yes. And the worst part, you had to memorize phone numbers. Do you remember that? I used to write numbers on a little notebook and lose it every week.
Oh, yes. And now, we don't even need to remember our own phone numbers. Phones do everything for us.
Exactly. And texting. Oh, texting. I remember the first time I sent a text with predictive text. I meant to say, see you soon, and it typed, see you spoon.
That's amazing. And you sent it to...
My boss. True story. He replied, David, are you offering me soup?
That's perfect. And then came emojis, the ultimate communication tool. One emoji can say what 50 words cannot.
Yes. I mean, I can text someone, I'm fine, with a sad face emoji, and suddenly they know I'm not fine at all.
And don't forget gifts. I once sent a dancing cat gif to my student, and they replied with a dog doing karate. I don't even know what conversation we were having anymore.
That's communication evolution. And video calls. Remember Skype? The very first video call I tried, my face froze in a very weird expression. My friend still has that screenshot.
Oh no, I did the same thing on Zoom. My face looked like I was screaming silently.
And now we can talk to anyone, anywhere, instantly. Long-distance relationships are easier, work meetings happen from your couch or bed.
That's very cozy. And social media. Texting exploded into likes, comments, messages everywhere. One phone can handle our whole social life now.
True. But here's the funny part. Sometimes I text people just to tell them I'm busy instead of talking to them.
Yes, or reply with K because you don't want to write a full sentence, and somehow it still starts a conversation.
And group chats. Oh, group chats are magical. Sometimes 50 people are texting at the same time, and you're like, wait, what are we talking about again?
Chaos, but also amazing because we stay connected with friends, family, colleagues, everyone.
Absolutely. And the bottom line, smartphones didn't just make communication faster. They made it fun, creative, and sometimes a little chaotic.
Very chaotic. But listeners, think about it. Without smartphones, how many of your conversations would even exist today?
Probably half of them would be lost, or we'd be writing letters with actual pens.
And those letters would take weeks to arrive. I don't think people remember the struggle.
So smartphones revolutionized communication. We can connect instantly, express emotions with emojis, send dancing cat gifs, and freeze our faces on video calls.
Perfect summary, David. Communication has never been this fast, fun, or confusing.
And now we'll move on to the next point, how smartphones impact our work and productivity. But first, take a deep breath and maybe text your best friend a dancing cat gif.
Yes, spread the joy, listeners.
Now let's get serious. A little. Let's talk about work and productivity. Smartphones have completely changed the way we work.
Absolutely. I mean, I teach at the university, and sometimes I feel like my phone is both my assistant and my boss. It reminds me of emails, deadlines, meetings. It's everywhere.
Yes, and don't forget notifications. They appear at 7 a.m., 11 a.m., 3 p.m., basically all day. Sometimes I wonder if my phone thinks I have no life outside work.
True. But on the positive side, smartphones make life easier. I can check emails on the go, respond to students quickly, and even prepare for classes while commuting.
Exactly. I do the same in my business, scheduling appointments, checking invoices, even video calls, all from one device. And honestly, it's amazing how much we can do without being tied to a computer.
Yes, and apps help a lot. Calendars, task managers, reminders. It's like having a personal assistant in your pocket.
But here's the challenge. Smartphones also make it hard to switch off. I sometimes check emails late at night, even when I've promised myself I wouldn't.
I know, and it affects focus. Notifications can interrupt concentration every few minutes. 1 minute you're working, the next you're scrolling social media.
Guilty. And sometimes I get lost in work apps. I open my notes to write a simple reminder, and suddenly I'm checking 3 other apps, and I've forgotten what I needed to do.
That's the paradox of productivity, isn't it? Smartphones give us the tools to work efficiently, but they also give us endless distractions.
Exactly. And in business, we have new expectations. People expect instant responses. If you don't reply immediately, well, they notice.
It's true. Students send messages at midnight, expecting an answer by morning. And sometimes I feel like, hello, I'm asleep.
That's why balance is important. Smartphones can increase productivity if used wisely, but they can also make us anxious if we're always on call.
I agree. One strategy I use is setting quiet hours on my phone. No emails, no notifications, just focus time. It helps me feel more in control.
That's smart. I also try to batch tasks. Instead of checking emails constantly, I look at them 3 times a day. It reduces stress and makes work more efficient.
And let's not forget teamwork. Smartphones make collaboration much easier. We can share documents, communicate in real time, and even have quick problem-solving discussions without being in the same room.
Yes, it's a powerful tool. So, to summarize, smartphones in work life are a double-edged sword. They increase efficiency, connectivity, and flexibility, but also distractions, stress, and blurred boundaries between work and personal life.
Exactly. It's about using them wisely. And if you can manage that, smartphones are a real productivity partner.
Perfectly said, Jess. Now we're getting into a topic that everyone has a love-hate relationship with: social media.
Oh, yes. I sometimes feel like social media is my best friend and my worst enemy.
Exactly. On one hand, it connects us with friends, family, and even people we've never met. But on the other, it's like a black hole for our attention.
Yes, I scroll for 5 minutes and suddenly an hour has passed, and I don't even know what I saw.
That's the classic trap. And the fear of missing out, or FOMO, is real. People see pictures of friends traveling, eating amazing food, and feel like their life is boring in comparison.
True, but there's also a positive side. Social media helps students practice English, share ideas, and even find jobs or projects.
Absolutely. And for business, it's incredible. Marketing, networking, customer support, all possible through apps on your phone.
And communities. I've joined groups of English learners, book lovers, and even cooking fans. It's amazing how smartphones help people with shared interests find each other.
Exactly. But there's a flip side: addiction. Some people feel anxious if they don't check notifications every few minutes.
Yes, and sometimes people compare themselves to others constantly, which can affect self-esteem.
And let's be honest, some social media challenges are just ridiculous. People trying to jump on a moving treadmill or balance a bottle on their head.
Yes, and somehow that goes viral, but I guess it's part of the fun and the pressure.
True. And memes. Can't forget memes. Sometimes I spend 20 minutes just laughing at memes, which is both productive and completely unproductive.
Absolutely. Social media is entertaining, educational, and sometimes stressful, all at once.
And one more thing: privacy. On social media, we share a lot of personal information without realizing it. Smartphones make sharing so easy, but sometimes too easy.
Yes, so balance is key. Enjoy the benefits, learn, laugh, connect, but also take breaks when needed.
Perfect. So, listeners, social media is like a double-edged sword: fun, powerful, and sometimes a little chaotic.
And remember, it's your choice how much it affects your life. You can scroll, or you can pause and enjoy the real world around you.
Exactly. And now, we are ready to move on to the next point: Entertainment Hub, how smartphones became our movies, music, and games all in one. Honestly, I don't know what I would do without mine when I'm bored.
Oh, yes. I think my phone has replaced so many things. My radio, my TV, even my small library of books.
Exactly. Now, if I want music, movies, games, or even podcasts, it's all in one little device. I carry a whole entertainment center in my pocket.
And the best part? You don't need to wait. Want to watch a movie at midnight? Done. Want to listen to music on the bus? Done. Want to play a game while waiting for your coffee? Done.
Yes, though sometimes I spend more time choosing what to watch than actually watching it.
Guilty.
I call it the Netflix decision paralysis.
And it's not just movies or music. Smartphones give access to ebooks, audiobooks, language learning apps, meditation apps. Basically, whatever mood you're in, your phone has an option.
True, and for students, it's amazing. I can recommend an app and they can learn grammar, vocabulary, or practice speaking anytime, anywhere.
Yes, and games. Oh, games. I admit I've fallen into the trap of Candy Crush or whatever the newest addictive game is.
You and millions of others, David. But it's fun. And some games even improve focus or problem-solving skills.
That's a good point. So entertainment on smartphones isn't just for killing time. It can be educational, relaxing, or creative.
And another cozy thing? Podcasts, like ours. You can listen while cooking, walking, or relaxing at home. Smartphones really changed how we enjoy audio content.
Exactly. And the best part is you don't need big screens or complicated setups. Everything is instant, portable, and personal.
But here's the thing, we need to balance it. It's easy to spend hours scrolling, watching, or playing. And then suddenly the whole evening disappears.
Yes, I've lost track of many evenings to just one more episode. 1 hour turns into 3.
That's the danger, but also the fun. Smartphones make entertainment accessible, versatile, and honestly, sometimes a little too addictive.
So, listeners, enjoy your phone's entertainment, but don't forget the real world outside. Music is great, games are fun, movies are relaxing, but also go outside sometimes, take a walk, or just enjoy quiet time.
Perfect. And next, we'll talk about education and learning, how smartphones have become a powerful tool for knowledge and self-improvement.
Smartphones aren't just for chatting or watching videos, they're little teachers in our pockets.
Absolutely. I use my phone all the time to find new materials for my students. Apps, online dictionaries, grammar exercises. It's amazing how much learning you can do anytime, anywhere.
Yes, and for business English, it's a game changer. I can record lessons, send exercises, even have students practice pronunciation with apps that correct them instantly.
And it's not just language. People can learn cooking, music, science, even coding. Everything is on the phone. You don't need a classroom, just curiosity and a little time.
Exactly. I even learned a few new skills myself. I tried meditation with an app last month, though I admit half the time I was meditating and the other half I was checking notifications.
That's okay. Learning in small steps is still learning, and smartphones make it easier to fit education into our busy lives.
Another great thing is video lessons. You can watch a short explanation, pause, rewind, and repeat, all without feeling embarrassed to ask a question in class.
Yes, that's huge for learners. And quizzes and games in learning apps make practice fun. You don't even feel like you're studying sometimes. You're just playing.
And let's not forget access to information. Need to know something fast? Wikipedia, YouTube, news apps, your phone has it all. It's like having a tiny library you can carry anywhere.
True, but I always remind my students, not everything online is correct. You need to check sources and think critically even when learning on your phone.
Absolutely. Critical thinking is key. And the other benefit, smartphones make learning social. You can join study groups, share notes, and even practice speaking with people from around the world.
That's one of my favorite things. Students can practice English with native speakers without leaving their home, or learn history, science, or art from international experts, all through their phones.
And it's very motivating. When learning is convenient and interactive, people keep going. You don't need to force yourself to sit in a classroom for hours.
Exactly, and for kids and teenagers, it's also a way to develop independent learning habits. They can explore topics they love at their own pace.
So, in short, smartphones are not just entertainment devices. They're tools for personal growth, skill development, and learning in every area of life.
And the best part? You can learn anywhere, on the bus, waiting for coffee, or even in bed.
Yes, though maybe not in bed right before sleeping, unless you want a history lesson in your dreams.
Exactly. But seriously, smartphones give everyone access to knowledge and learning opportunities that were unimaginable just a few years ago.
So, listeners, next time you pick up your phone, remember, it can be a teacher, not just a distraction. Use it wisely, and it can help you grow in so many ways.
Perfect. And up next, we'll talk about health and fitness, how smartphones track our bodies, encourage activity, and sometimes annoy us with notifications.
Oh yeah, Jess, I know these annoying notifications. Smartphones have really changed how we take care of our bodies and minds.
Oh, absolutely. I use mine every day for health. Step counters, sleep trackers, even reminders to drink water. It's like carrying a tiny health coach in your pocket.
Yes, I remember the first time my phone told me, "You've walked 5,000 steps today." I felt like I had just climbed Mount Everest.
That's true. The little notifications make you feel so proud. Congratulations, you stood up today. Thank you, phone. I didn't know I was a champion.
Exactly. But I admit, sometimes it can be a little too much. My phone once told me, "You haven't moved in an hour." Well, yes, phone, I was working. I can't do jumping jacks in the middle of a business meeting.
Yes, the notifications can feel like nagging, but overall they're helpful. People exercise more, eat healthier, and even sleep better when they track their habits.
That's true. And apps for meditation, relaxation, or breathing exercises are a big help. Smartphones don't just care about our bodies, they help with our minds, too.
Right. I sometimes recommend mindfulness apps to my students. They get stressed during exams, and a short breathing exercise on their phone can calm them down.
And telemedicine is another amazing thing. Now you can talk to a doctor on your phone, send photos, and get advice without leaving your home.
Yes, it saves time and sometimes even lives. Plus, health apps make information more available about nutrition, exercise, or managing chronic conditions.
Of course, there are downsides too. Too much screen time can hurt your eyes, posture, and sleep. And sometimes health apps create pressure. People feel guilty if they don't reach their step goals.
True. That's why balance is important. Use smartphones as tools, not as judges. If you miss 1,000 steps, it's okay, the world won't end.
Exactly. But overall, smartphones have made health and fitness more accessible. Before, people needed special equipment, expensive trainers, or big medical visits. Now, a lot of support fits in your pocket.
And it makes healthy habits easier. You can track your progress, set reminders, and find motivation just by opening an app.
So, in short, smartphones can be wonderful health partners as long as we don't let them stress us out.
Exactly. Use them for support, motivation, and awareness. But don't forget to listen to your body, not just your phone.
All right, Jess, let's get into something a little heavier: mental health. Smartphones are amazing tools, but they also come with challenges.
Yes, and I see it all the time with my students. On one side, phones help them relax. They listen to music, watch funny videos, or chat with friends when they're stressed.
Right, and there are even great apps for mental health: meditation, journaling, breathing exercises, therapy chats. It's like carrying a little support system in your pocket.
Exactly. But on the other side, smartphones can also create stress. Constant notifications, messages, emails. Sometimes it feels like your phone never lets you rest.
Yes, I once tried to relax with a meditation app. 5 minutes in, my phone buzzed with 3 emails, 2 messages, and 1 special discount alert. So much for inner peace.
That's the problem. We want to relax, but the same device that calms us also distracts us. And then there's social media. Scrolling can make people feel connected, but also anxious or lonely.
Yes, comparing our lives to others' perfect pictures can be damaging. Nobody posts their messy kitchen or their bad day at work. It's all highlights.
Exactly. And people, especially teenagers, sometimes feel pressure to look or live a certain way because of what they see on their phones.
Another issue is sleep. Studies show that too much phone time before bed affects our sleep quality. The light from screens tricks our brains into thinking it's still daytime.
True. That's why experts recommend putting the phone away at least 30 minutes before sleeping.
Yes, and yet, at midnight, I'm still watching videos of cooking recipes I'll never try.
Guilty here too. But the key is balance. Smartphones can support mental health if we use them wisely, but if we overuse them, they can increase stress, anxiety, and even loneliness.
Well said. And I think another positive thing is connection. If you're feeling down, you can text a friend or join an online community. That instant support can make a big difference.
Absolutely. Especially during difficult times like the pandemic, smartphones helped people stay connected and not feel completely isolated.
So, to summarize, smartphones and mental health are a double-edged sword. They can heal or they can hurt, depending on how we use them.
Exactly. Listeners, the lesson here is use your phone to support your well-being, not to replace it. A walk outside, a chat with a friend, or just quiet time can sometimes be more powerful than another scroll.
Beautifully put, Jess. And now, let's move on to another area where smartphones have a big impact: relationships. Do they bring us closer or push us apart?
Oh, that's going to be an interesting one.
Yes, because smartphones are a big part of how we connect today.
Absolutely. On the positive side, they make staying in touch so much easier. Long-distance couples, families in different cities, even friends who move abroad, you can video call, text, share pictures instantly.
Yes, when I was a kid, making an international call was like a luxury. It was expensive, and you had to schedule it. Now, you can video chat with someone on the other side of the world for free while eating a sandwich.
Exactly. It's amazing. And smartphones help relationships grow. Sending a good morning text, sharing a funny meme, or just checking in makes people feel closer.
And let's not forget dating apps, a whole new way of meeting people. Just swipe left or right. I once tried one, but I think I spent more time writing the perfect profile than actually dating.
I can imagine. But yes, for many people, smartphones are how they meet new partners. It's modern romance.
But here's the tricky part. Smartphones can also create distance. You've seen couples at restaurants, right? Both sitting there, staring at their screens, not talking to each other.
Oh yes, it's sad. You're together physically, but mentally you're somewhere else, scrolling, liking, or texting other people.
Exactly. Sometimes it feels like the third person in the relationship is the phone.
That's true. And it can cause misunderstandings too. Why didn't you reply? I saw you were online. People expect instant answers now.
Yes, the pressure of being always available. Before smartphones, if someone didn't answer the phone, you just thought, oh, they're busy. Now it's like, they hate me. The relationship is over.
Right? It can create unnecessary stress. Another issue is social media jealousy. Seeing your partner liking someone else's photo can spark arguments.
Exactly. Why did you put a heart on that picture? Suddenly, emojis become evidence in a court case.
Yes. But on the positive side, couples can also build shared memories on their phones. Photos, videos, even playlists of songs they love.
And families, too. Parents sharing baby pictures with relatives, grandparents doing video calls. It's beautiful how smartphones connect generations.
So, like many things with smartphones, it's about balance. They can strengthen relationships if we use them to communicate and share, but they can harm relationships if they replace real conversation and presence.
Well said. So, listeners, next time you're with someone you love, maybe put the phone face down for a while. Talk, laugh, enjoy the moment. The notifications can wait.
Yes, exactly. Real hugs are better than digital likes.
That should be a t-shirt.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Okay, Jess, time for a serious one. Privacy and security. Our smartphones know a lot about us.
A lot is an understatement. They know where we go, what we buy, what we search, even what time we usually go to sleep.
Exactly. Sometimes I think my phone knows me better than my family.
Oh, yes. And companies collect this information, sometimes for useful things like recommendations, but sometimes it feels a little creepy.
A little? Imagine this. Every time I stand up from my sofa, there's a room full of company staff shouting, "Attention, attention, the object has moved. He's going to the kitchen. Suggest pizza ads immediately."
Yes, or when you talk about something with a friend and suddenly, boom, the ad shows up on your phone. It feels like the microphone is spying on you.
I know. I once just thought about buying new shoes, and the next day my phone said, "Hey, David, here are 10 great shoe stores near you." Coincidence? I don't think so.
Scary but true. That's why security is so important. People need to be careful with passwords, apps they install, and permissions they give.
Right. Like, does my flashlight app really need access to my contacts and location?
Exactly. Always check what information an app asks for.
And people forget that their phones are like mini computers. If someone hacks it, they can see photos, emails, bank information, basically your whole life.
That's why updates are important. Phones need to be kept secure. And things like two-factor authentication are annoying, but they protect you.
True. I complain when I have to enter an extra code, but I'd complain more if someone stole my money.
Exactly. And we also need to be careful with what we share ourselves. Posting too much personal info online can create risks.
Right. People sometimes check into every restaurant, post their address, their holidays, and then wonder why strangers know their routines.
Yes, a little privacy goes a long way. Smartphones are powerful tools, but we have to use them wisely and protect our data.
So, listeners, remember, your smartphone is not just your friend, it's also a little spy. Treat it with caution and don't give it more information than necessary.
Well said. And next, we'll look at something very important: children and smartphones. How are they growing up in this digital world?
Oh, that's going to be a fun one. Kids and phones, always a hot topic. Honestly, I'm amazed how naturally children use them. A 3-year-old today can open apps faster than me.
Oh, absolutely. And they grow up with these devices. It's completely normal for them. But you know, David, when we were kids, things were a little different.
Different is a polite word. My toy was a tree branch I turned into a sword. I ran around the yard fighting invisible dragons. That was my PlayStation.
Oh, yes, I remember. For me, it was dolls, simple cloth dolls my grandma played with when she was young. They didn't talk, they didn't blink, no Wi-Fi connection, but I loved them.
Exactly. And now kids play video games with amazing graphics, build entire worlds in Minecraft, or watch cartoons on YouTube.
Times really have changed. But here's the interesting part. Kids still enjoy playing. The toys are just different, from dolls and tree branches to touchscreens and apps.
True. And smartphones can be great for kids in some ways. Educational games, interactive books, language learning apps, they can learn while having fun.
Yes, I've seen amazing apps that teach kids math, reading, or even music. It's like sneaking vegetables into a tasty meal. They don't even realize they're learning.
That's clever. But of course, there are downsides too. Too much screen time can affect sleep, attention, and even social skills.
Right. Instead of running outside and climbing trees, many kids now prefer sitting inside with a screen. And that's a little worrying.
Yes. I sometimes wonder if I had a smartphone as a kid, would I have still run around with my branch sword? Or would I just fight dragons on a screen?
Probably both. But you're right, balance is the key. Smartphones can open amazing worlds for kids, but they also need real-world experiences. Running, playing, talking with friends face-to-face.
And let's not forget safety. Children don't always understand online risks. Parents need to guide them. What's okay to share, what's not, and how much time to spend online.
Exactly. Smartphones are powerful tools, but for kids, they should be used wisely with limits and guidance.
So, listeners, if you have kids, remember, smartphones can be both a teacher and a toy. But don't forget to also give them space for imagination, nature, and
Maybe even a good old tree branch sword.
Or a cloth doll that lasts for generations.
Yes. Jess, let's talk about something really fascinating. How smartphones have changed our culture. I mean, they didn't just give us apps and games. They literally changed the way we live, talk, and even think.
Oh, absolutely. For example, language itself has changed. Emojis, abbreviations, GIFs, they're a new form of communication. People sometimes send me just a string of emojis, and I have to translate it like it's a secret code.
Yes, like pizza, heart, laughed, thumbs up. What does that even mean? I love pizza, I laughed, and it's good? Or pizza gave me a happy memory, but now I need approval?
Exactly. Emojis are like a new alphabet. And honestly, sometimes they say more than words. A simple Jackie can replace a whole sentence.
True. And think about traditions. Remember when people used to send handwritten letters? That was a big thing. Now, birthdays, holidays, even love messages come in the form of text or WhatsApp stickers.
Yes, I remember my grandma used to keep every letter she received in a box. Today, I wonder if anyone will ever keep a box full of screenshots?
That's true. Imagine telling your grandchildren, "Here, kids, these are the screenshots of how your grandma and I fell in love. Very romantic."
And it's not just language. Social norms have changed too. It used to be rude to check your phone while talking to someone. Now it's almost normal.
Right. If you're in a group and everyone pulls out their phones, you feel like you're the rude one if you just sit there looking around.
Yes, and think about how smartphones changed events. Concerts, weddings, even family dinners. People don't just experience them anymore. They record them, post them, share them.
Exactly. Sometimes I think people spend more time trying to get the perfect picture than actually enjoying the moment.
True, but at the same time, smartphones also help preserve memories. Instead of relying on photo albums once a year, we have daily digital albums in our pockets.
Another big shift is news and information. Before you had to wait for the evening news or the morning newspaper, now people get instant updates from all over the world.
Yes, and sometimes that's good. People are more informed. But sometimes it's overwhelming. Too much news, too fast.
That's right. And let's not forget social activism. Smartphones gave people a voice, the ability to organize, to share ideas quickly. That's a massive cultural change.
Absolutely. In just a few clicks, people can support causes, raise awareness, or help during crises. Smartphones make communities more connected, even across borders.
So, in short, smartphones have transformed culture, our language, our traditions, how we celebrate, how we share, and how we understand the world.
Yes, and like everything else, it has both positive and negative sides. We gained new tools of expression, but we also lost some old traditions.
True. And maybe that's the story of technology. It always changes culture, and we just learn to adapt.
Exactly. And speaking of change, let's talk about something else smartphones changed, the economy, how they created jobs, businesses, and also destroyed some old industries.
Ooh, yes. These little devices haven't just changed how we live, they've completely transformed the economy.
Absolutely. Think about all the new jobs that exist today just because of smartphones. App developers, delivery drivers for food apps, social media managers, influencers. The list is endless.
Yes. When I was young, if you said, "I want to be an influencer," people would ask, "An influencer of what? Flu?"
Exactly. And now it's a real career. Some influencers make more money posting one picture than people earn in a whole month.
Meanwhile, my pictures of my lunch don't make me any money, just a few likes from my mom.
Don't worry, David. You're influencing me to get hungry at least.
Well, that's something. But really, the app economy is huge. Millions of people build, sell, or provide services through their phones. Everything from online shops to tutoring classes to fitness coaching, it's all on mobile now.
Yes, and think about delivery services. Uber, DoorDash, Instacart. These companies wouldn't exist without smartphones. They created jobs for millions of people worldwide.
Exactly.
At the same time, though, smartphones have also disrupted older industries. Traditional taxi companies struggled when ride-hailing apps arrived. DVD stores disappeared because we can stream movies on our phones.
Oh, I still remember renting DVDs from a local store, and now it's all gone, just replaced by Netflix and YouTube.
Same with newspapers. People used to buy one every morning. Now most people get news instantly on their phones for free. Good for readers, but tough for traditional media.
True. And even in education, smartphones change the market. Online courses and language learning apps compete with schools and private tutors.
And let's not forget online shopping. Amazon, eBay, Etsy, all in your pocket. It's convenient, but many small local shops had to close because people shop online instead.
So, smartphones are both creators and destroyers in the economy. They open amazing new opportunities, but also challenge older businesses that can't adapt.
Exactly. And we also shouldn't forget the global side. Smartphones make it possible for people in small towns or developing countries to start businesses and sell worldwide. That's powerful.
Yes, it gives people more equal opportunities. Anyone with a smartphone and internet can reach a global audience. That's incredible.
So, in short, smartphones boosted the economy in new directions, gave us jobs we couldn't imagine before, but also forced us to say goodbye to some old industries.
That's technology. It always creates winners and losers. But with smartphones, the speed of change has been faster than ever.
Exactly. And speaking of global, next we'll talk about global differences, how people use smartphones differently around the world.
Oh, I love this one. It's fascinating to see how culture and economy shape smartphone use in different countries.
Yes, that is truth, Jess, because, believe me, not every country uses phones in the same way.
Oh, yes. For example, in some countries, people use their phones mostly for messaging apps like WhatsApp or WeChat. In others, SMS is still common. It really depends on culture and infrastructure.
Right. When I visited Europe, I noticed almost everyone was using WhatsApp. In the US, though, people mostly stick to iMessage or regular text messages. I sent a WhatsApp once, and my American friend looked at me like I was trying to send a telegram.
That's so true. And in Asia, especially China, WeChat is like a whole universe. You don't just message, you pay bills, order food, book tickets, all inside one app.
Yes, it's like your whole life in one icon. Meanwhile, in the US, we download 15 different apps for the same tasks.
Exactly. And then there's Africa. Smartphones there are often the first computers people ever own. They skip laptops or desktops completely and go straight to mobile.
That's powerful. It means smartphones aren't just for fun, they're lifelines. People use them for banking, education, even healthcare in rural areas.
And the cost difference matters too. In some countries, data is expensive, so people are very careful about what apps they use. In others, unlimited internet makes people scroll all day long without worry.
That explains why my phone bill in Europe almost gave me a heart attack once. I just checked my email and suddenly owed the price of a small car.
Ouch. Yes, roaming charges can be brutal, but it shows how access to data and internet really shapes how people use smartphones.
Another global difference is social media. In some countries, Facebook is still king. In others, TikTok is the main platform, and some regions even have their own local networks.
Exactly. What's popular in one country might be almost unknown in another, and that creates interesting cultural differences.
Also, how people see smartphones changes. In some places, it's a status symbol. Having the newest iPhone shows wealth. In other places, it's just a practical tool, nothing more.
Yes, I remember traveling and seeing people with simple smartphones doing amazing things, running businesses, organizing communities, even studying online.
So smartphones really show us that technology is global, but the way people use it is very local. Culture, economy, traditions all shape the relationship with these devices.
That's so true.
And maybe that's the most interesting thing. The same device in your pocket can be a toy, a business tool, or even a lifeline, depending on where you are.
All right, Jess, let's put on our future glasses and talk about what smartphones might look like in the years to come.
Yes, and the changes are happening so fast. AI, foldable screens, virtual reality. It's like science fiction becoming reality.
Absolutely. But I sometimes worry that in the future, smartphones will get too smart. Like one day I'll try to open Spotify and my phone will say, "No, David, you've already listened to that song 27 times this week. Try something else."
Yes. Or when you want to watch a movie and the phone says, nope, you already watched it twice. Go read a book.
Exactly. Imagine your phone acting like your mom. Stop scrolling. Go outside. Get some fresh air. Make some friends.
That would actually be healthy.
Yeah.
But yes, AI is the big one. Smartphones are already predicting what we want. Autocomplete in messages, personalized ads, voice assistants. The future will make them even more proactive.
Proactive or bossy? Picture this. I want to take a day off work, and my phone says, "Nope, calendar shows 3 meetings. Nice try."
Yes. Or you try to order pizza and your phone replies, not today, David, salad for you.
Oh no, that's the future I'm not ready for. But really, AI will make phones more personalized. They'll anticipate our needs, maybe even before we know them.
Another trend is foldable and wearable tech. Phones that open into tablets or maybe disappear completely into smart glasses or even implants.
Oh wow, implants. So instead of forgetting my phone at home, I'll just forget my brain at home.
That would be a problem. But yes, the line between smartphones and other devices is getting blurry. Soon your phone might not even look like a phone.
And let's not forget AR and VR. Imagine walking in the street and your phone projects directions right in front of your eyes, or you visit Paris without leaving your sofa.
That's amazing. Though I worry some people will never leave their sofa again.
Yes. Future headline: Man hasn't moved from sofa in 5 years thanks to virtual vacations.
But seriously, the future of smartphones will be about connection and personalization. More integration with our lives, maybe even replacing things like keys, wallets, and IDs completely.
True. But with all that, there will be big questions too about privacy, dependency, and whether we're still in control or if the phone is controlling us.
Exactly. The future looks exciting, but also a little scary.
So, listeners, be ready. In the future, your phone may not just suggest songs or apps. It might decide what you can listen to, watch, or even eat.
Yes. But until then, we can still choose our own pizza.
Thank goodness. And speaking of balance, let's move to our next point: tips for healthy smartphone use. How do we enjoy all these benefits without letting the phone take over our lives?
A very important topic. Let's get into it.
And let's give our listeners something practical. Tips for healthy phone use.
Right, because as much as we love our phones, if we're not careful, they can eat up our time, our energy, and our sanity.
Exactly. So tip number 1, set screen time limits. Many phones now have built-in tools to track how long you're using apps.
Yes, mine does. It tells me I've spent 3 hours on Instagram, and I'm like, impossible. It felt like 5 minutes.
Time really flies when you're scrolling, but those reminders help us notice our habits and make changes.
Another tip: create phone-free zones. For example, no phones at the dinner table or in the bedroom.
Oh, the bedroom one is really important. Using your phone before bed can ruin your sleep. The blue light tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime.
True. I once read, your bedroom is for sleeping and other relaxing activities, not for TikTok marathons.
Exactly. Another one, turn off unnecessary notifications. Do we really need to know instantly that someone liked our photo?
No, but my phone acts like it's urgent news. Buzz, David, someone liked your sandwich picture.
Congratulations on your sandwich, David. But yes, constant notifications make us feel like we always have to check.
A big one for me is digital detox days. Just one day a week without checking social media. At first, it feels like you're missing an arm, but then it feels so free.
I agree. Even a few hours helps. Go for a walk, read a book, meet a friend face to face.
And here's a fun one. Replace mindless scrolling with something useful, like learning a new language, listening to podcasts. Oh, like this one.
Exactly. See? Smartphones can be healthy if we use them with intention.
So to sum up, set limits, make phone-free zones, turn off extra notifications, try detox days, and use your phone for positive things.
Yes, phones are wonderful tools, but they should work for us, not the other way around.
Beautifully said, Jess.
David, can I just say something before we finish? During this podcast, I counted you took your smartphone 24 times.
Wait, 24? Are you serious? I think I remember taking it maybe 4 times, and honestly, I didn't even know why. It's just a habit.
A habit? Oh yes, we all have them. And that's the point, listeners. Smartphones are everywhere, sometimes even when we don't notice.
Exactly. So here's a little challenge for you all. Try tracking your own smartphone use. Count how many times you pick it up in a day, and maybe even write a comment about it. I'd love to see how addicted you are.
Yes, it's a fun experiment, and you might be surprised at your own habits.
All right, so as we wrap up, we just want to thank all of you for listening. We hope you enjoyed this cozy journey through our lives with smartphones, the laughs, the tips, the nostalgia, and even the scary, your phone knows too much moments.
Exactly. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to the English Hub. Like and share it with your friends, and leave your thoughts in the comments below.
Yes, tell us your stories, your habits, or even your funny experiences with smartphones. We love reading them, and who knows, maybe your story will inspire the next episode.
And remember,
Smartphones are amazing, but balance is key. Enjoy them, laugh with them, learn with them, but also sometimes put them down and enjoy life outside the screen.
Perfectly said, Jess. And on that note, we'll see you next time on the English Hub, where we laugh, learn, and explore English one cozy chat at a time.
bye everyone. Don't forget your phones,
But maybe not 24 times a day.
Bye, and keep enjoying, learning, and sharing with your phones wisely.